Hello, I'm Sentient Potato, and as you know, for this month, even though it's been kind of sporadic for my scheduling, I have been doing Koei Month. Now don't worry, we're gonna still be doing Koei Month streams, but this right here is gonna be something slightly different. Instead of your standard Koei Month stream, this is going to be, like for one of the days of Koei Month, a Koei Month retrospective, or really just a video where I kind of talk about what it is about Koei that makes me really, really enjoy it to the point where I've been playing Koei Tecmo games for years. We're talking when I was a little kid, even. Like, I started playing, like, with Dynasty Warriors 4 Empires, I believe. And even now, I've been playing Koei games for you guys. And yet, like, despite the fact that some of the games have bored me and some of the games have really gripped me, I'm still just sitting here and playing them for you guys. Let me kind of explain why. Now, it all kind of started when I was, just a little kid. Kind of just like, I have access to video games, or something along those lines. And, like, my dad was like, hey, you want to play, this game? It's violent, but I'm sure it's fine. Now, it wasn't quite like that, but it was like 20 some odd years ago. Probably about 20 years ago. I was way too young to be playing those games, but I was getting to play them, so I wasn't about to say no, right? Ha! But I got to play it, and to be frank, I was hooked because it was something that was new, and I could just really, sit back and enjoy myself. And like even then, it just really gripped me. Like I would be basically every time I had a chance, yeah, I'd be playing Dynasty Warriors, and it was always a good time. And yeah, like even a couple years later, still playing Dynasty Warriors. A couple more years later, started playing, still playing Dynasty Warriors. The HD era with the Xbox 360, still playing Dynasty Warriors. And once I could actually even play some of the HD Dynasty Warriors games, again, I was hooked. There is just something about the Dynasty Warriors games that are just awesome. And like even not just Dynasty Warriors, but also Samurai Warriors, Warriors Orochi, Mystic Heroes. Even though I'm not a fan, it's still an interesting one to think about. Dynasty Tactics, Kessen, Romance of the Three Kingdoms, Nobunaga's Ambition. I so like just games like that. I really enjoy them. Like it's just such a fascinating series, and even despite the many missteps that Koei has had over the years, even now I just really very seriously enjoy the games. Like, sure, I haven't had the time where I've been working on, moving firewood and, kind of doing stuff like that, but shit, it's still just really fun to just even watch people play the games, just see like what different folks think when they like even just play these games for the first time, or even if they're just returning to these games after, you know, much time in the future. It's kind of a fascinating thing, I guess would be the way to put it. Just so many fantastic games with such a fantastic legacy even. And yet it feels like genuinely most people like kind of don't give Koei Tecmo the appreciation they deserve, which to a degree I do kind of understand because like I said there's been a lot of missteps with your Dynasty Warriors 9, your Dynasty Warriors 6, your Dynasty Warriors 7, your Samurai Warriors 5, your Warriors Orochi 4, to a degree your Warriors All-Stars, your Mystic Heroes, which they would eventually revise and reimagine with Warriors Orochi. Um, Even like your Romance of the Three Kingdoms 13 and onwards. Hell, even your, like, what was the last friggin' Nobunaga's Ambition? Like, again, many missteps. Did I already mention Dynasty Warriors 9? If not, again, another major misstep, and yet, Koei always seems to come back on top, and it's why I hope, and I am hopeful that Koei Tecmo is gonna come back and start making, like, just, better games again. And, like, I genuinely believe that, sure, though they misstepped now, they will come back and actually start just doing really good stuff again. Because, I mean, shoot. Like, sure, there's not been a Samurai Warriors game since 5, which, from what I understand, like, I don't know if it quite flopped, but from what I understand, it was more of a failure than Dynasty Warriors 9. And, like, I've not heard any rumblings at all, though I'm hoping I'm wrong, like, of a new Samurai Warriors game. So I genuinely worry that that game may have killed the series. But, one can hope that maybe Koei will take that IP off of the mothballs and be like, hey, guys, yeah, sorry we screwed up with Samurai Warriors 5, which was so bad we aren't even getting an Empires. Hey, check out Samurai Warriors 6. This game's great, right? Right? But seriously, though, like, Koei, like, even way back when, like, the Dynasty Warriors series is something I can just kind of sit back and, just kind of relax and play. Because, I mean, shoot, it's one of those games that even when it's at its very worst, like, there is still something that is just very, very seriously enjoyable about getting to hack and slash with that, one versus 1,000 gameplay that's existed since, even since I was a kid. Like, and, it's just really, really nice. Like, I know I'm kind of just repeating myself a little bit here, but it's just such a remarkable game series. And, like, they are just such remarkable game developers. And even if not for the mainline games, hell, your Fire Emblem Warriors, Hyrule Warriors, Arslan Warriors, a legend. That one weird Rome Warriors game that came out for the PS3 and was gory that nobody remembers. All fantastic games, even if nobody seems to talk about any of them other than Hyrule Warriors, Persona 5 Strikers, and like Fire Emblem Warriors. Which is a shame because like there's even stuff like Dynasty Warriors Gundam, which is a pretty halfway decent looking, at least, hack and slash series from Koei Tecmo. Like, like there's just so many good games out there that Koei's done, and like they've left a legacy that even like now, even if you've never played a Dynasty Warriors game, like you can't deny that their legacy will always live on. Because if nothing else, there's even not even counting all this stuff like your like the video games, like they've even left something of an impression in pop culture to the point where if you look at the Crunchyroll comments for some anime that has scenes similar to something you'd see in Dynasty Warriors, they'd even say, the enemies are basically playing Dark Souls, and then here it's these guys playing Dynasty Warriors. Now, admittedly, that is kind of a cherry-picked comment from what the hell is the slime Izakai? One of you in the comments will hopefully remember the name of the slime Izakai. Oh, reincarnated as the slime, that's what it was. Um, but yeah, still, like so many fantastic games, and yet it feels like a lot of people just don't talk about them because they're not your Call of Duty, they're not your shitty sports game, they're not your Battlefield, they're not your like Elder Scrolls, they're not your Dead Rising, they're not your really any of these IPs, and yet they are a genuine cultural touchstone. And I hope one day people will give these games the respect they deserve. Thanks for listening. I will see you guys on Friday, which actually that's gonna be tomorrow for you guys, isn't it? Because well, hopefully I'll have the energy to actually stream. But a lot of the issue has been hand dexterity. Like, they look fine now, but I can kind of feel cracking here, 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 there, and there, which means there is no way I'd be using a controller, which is, fun. But yeah, again, thank you guys for watching. I will see each and every single one of you amazing fellers tomorrow. Peace.